know, the Mike Odessa Award is given to a person or persons or organizations that have made a significant contribution to improving the lives of each of us as we strive for optimal mental health. This year, I'm going to read this because it's important I say these things about these two people that I want to say. This year we're giving this award to two individuals, John Burstein and Bill Leahy. Combined, they have given 52 years of support and service to the MHA Board of Directors. So people ask, well, how can you do that? But people never get off boards.
And they're only 25.
I know. The thing is, people do go off boards. We do have bylaws where people have 2 terms, 3 years apiece, and then they have to go off the board official as board members. They did do those. They did do that. Their off years, they would stay on committees. So they served the board either as a board member or as a committee member all of those years. One is 27 years, John Bernstein, and the other is 25. The reason we're giving them awards is because both of them are going to be out of the area. John probably for the whole time will be moving to Florida. And Bill, because he spends a great deal of time in Florida. So they're not going to be able to come back on the board. So I was the first person who thought about giving you this award, okay? I personally will miss both of you very much. Your support, your counsel, your intelligence, and your caring for the people that we serve and for wanting to improve the mental health of everybody in our community has been an inspiration to me, both of you. You've done tremendous things. For people who don't know, this is my 20th year as CEO of this agency. When I started 20 years ago, Bill was the board president, okay? John was the second. So for people to realize that, that's Bill and John were the first 2 people who were in the role of president, who guided me in starting my career as a CEO here. So you both have been such a great part of everything that I feel I've been able to accomplish at MHA. So I just wanted to thank you for that. Both of them, within the span of yesterday and today, because I ran into Bill yesterday at Vision Excel, both said that their award is because, oh, if you stay long enough, longevity, you always get an award. Please, one thing I want to say, you're both I'm a country and western music person. I don't know if anybody knows Tim McGraw's new music called Be Humble and Kind. So it's one of my favorite songs, but I feel like you were an example of being humble and kind when you both said it has something to do with your longevity. It doesn't have anything to do other than all of the stuff that you have done and your longevity here at the agency. So, first of all, I'm going to have Bill come up and get his award because he was the first president. Okay, even though you had the longest term, you had the longest experience. Bill was president when I took over as CEO. And the words I would like to say to you.
That's right.
Other than being humble and kind, is that Bill, you have such a sane and practical way of looking at things. I often hear his words in my ear all the time.
Okay. Want me to tell him what you're going to say?
One of the best things Bill said to me along the way is, please don't do something that you can't finish.
Right.
Okay?
Well, don't promise what you can't provide.
Okay, whatever. I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it.
You do.
Yeah, basically. And I remember I was down at Mental Health America, which now is doing mental health screenings with Walgreens, wanted to give $1,000 to any MHA affiliate who wanted to go into Walgreens and give people's mental health screenings. And I said to them, wait a minute, don't start something if you can't finish it, because it wouldn't be any good for all of us to go into Walgreens across the country and not have backup to give people access to service. And that's what Bill would always say, and it was consistent throughout his stay on the board of directors, so to really think about what you're doing before you start something, because you don't want to go down a path and disappoint people who may have had struggles, and then they think that you're going to be able to do something for them, and then you don't. So I'm going to give you your plaque, Bill, and your check too. So, all right, or I can have Kim do it. You want to read it, Kim?
So, 2016 Mike Adesso Memorial Award, presented to William Leahy.
That's me.
In recognition of your 25 years of distinguished leadership, dedication, support, and commitment to MHA's mission by the Mental Health Association, Ulster County, May 17, 2016.
Thank you. I feel like I've just attended my own funeral. That is, one of the things I'm most proud of, actually. I was on the committee that hired Ellen initially, and I became president just about the time she came on the board, and we had an exciting first couple of years, and then things calmed down. And what Ellen had said, that was one of the things where I know sometimes I got, not from you, but from other people on committees that I was working with, I got some daggers where I was the one that would always say, "Don't promise what we can't provide," because that was always my concern. And it's one of the strongest points of the agency that I found in leadership, as well as all of the providers of services that we deal with. You're such an enthusiastic bunch of people that as soon as someone has an idea, we could do this to help somebody, everybody wants to jump on it and do it right away. And I was the one that said to Ellen, "Can we actually provide that service?" And many times we had to back up. It all happened eventually, but we couldn't just be quite as enthusiastic as we wanted to be. So I was, interestingly enough, my wife would be laughing because I was the practical one, which doesn't happen at home. I'm the one that says, "Sure, we can do that." And she's the one, she had her life in finance. She would say to me, "Can we afford this?" Yeah.
So you do have an influence on him, Kathy.
That's how we bought the condo. Yeah, don't worry about it. But I have, my first connection with the Mental Health Association goes back to before I was a member, many years ago, in the Kingston district, when they took professional education much more seriously. There was a professional education day where the entire staff went to the high school, and they fed us breakfast and lunch. It was when there was actually, I was always there for the food.
Yeah.
But and then we could sign up for different workshops to go to. And I went to a workshop, I wish I could remember her name, by a woman who actually did work for the Mental Health Association at the time on adolescent depression and suicide. I taught middle school, and as far as I'm concerned, honestly, adolescence is probably a prime age for depression, because they're probably the most unsure people in the world, except the very elderly, and I haven't gotten there yet. So that was it. So it was something that I was there, and that attracted me to the agency. That bell rang in my head, and then I was offered the chance to sit on the board, and I really didn't know as much about it. And I watched this agency grow from really a mom and pop store initially to a force, a driving force, not only for individuals like me, but for individuals like you in the county and in the state, and even recognized nationally. So I am very proud of everything that's been done, and John's not going to have anything left to say by the time I get done. But again, being on that committee that started working with Ellen right from the beginning, and it's nice of you to say that I offered your guidance, because you held my hand through some of the rough spots too. But it was a wonderful life experience. The reason I can't be it is we're snowbirds now. We'll be in Florida for 4 to 5 months of the year, and I really couldn't see myself staying on the board when I really couldn't be at the meetings, as much as I miss the dinners. The award itself means a great deal to me because the Adesso family. I knew this one when she was younger than this one. Way back in the olden days. I don't think I...
You weren't my teacher, but you were there.
Yeah. And I really can't remember whether I knew Mike. Did Mike did good? Okay, so I must have had some contact with him, actually. And your mother was a wonderful lady who was also a tremendous force on this agency. So the family connection is wonderful. That makes this award that much more meaningful. And it does have a lot to do with longevity. If you live long enough, someday you get an award. So that's another reason to stay healthy. So you'll get an award someday. So thank you very much. I'm still an ardent supporter of the Mental Health Association. I'll send you, Chris. I send checks occasionally. I'm on a fixed income now, but but I'll do what I can. So again, thank you all very much. This was wonderful. Thanks for that.